Dreaming of the world she used to know so long ago. Dreaming of the world she used to know so long ago. Dreaming of the world she used to know so long ago. Dreaming of the world she used to know so long ago. Dreaming of the world she used to know so long ago. If you wanna have it, then it's yours. Put your mind to it, open doors. Yeah, you might wanna get a fast track, but you can't just piggyback. You're braver than you know it. You're stronger than you show it. You're braver than you know it. You're stronger. Before school's gotta get worse, and sometimes it's gonna hurt.
Alrighty, welcome back to the stream. Let's mix it up some more. My name is Nutraisin. I'm playing PLO10 right now on runatones.eu, Phil Gelfand's new poker site. And let's, as soon as I put in the correct password here, looks good. Ooh, only 8 peeps in the pool. We have to join them. And I'm sure the action will pick up. It is dinner time in Europe. We get seated at 2 tables right away. Must align tables properly. Can be a bit of a monk in that regard. Right, there we go. Alright. So of course the first stream was not vexing, it was interesting. I never once lost my smile. We ran into quads 3 times in like 45 minutes, so there was that. And we still managed to break even in the end. So all is good in the world. Just check some things while before the action unfolds. Almost done. Sorry for that about that, but nothing going on the table just yet. Alright, first one up. Actually, we are seated at 3 tables now. Sweet. Things are moving. Things are happening. That run at once. And that is that done. So, more poker. Closing the action is kinda iffy, but we are 3-handed. Sure. And we flop a pair and not flush draw. Not blocking anything. Except a Broadway, I guess, by holding the ace. Which is something. Oh, people are crazy here for the... He's all in now. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go a little bit mental here. This is by no means my standard MO. I would fold. But for the first hand, let's do it. Come over the top. There's a lot of extra money in here, which makes this all the sweeter. Okay, we're gonna be playing for stacks then. So big side bet between... Ooh, he has aces, huh? Can I get a 7, please, sir? Woo! That poor guy. He had a dream with the aces there. I almost feel bad a little. Well, I'm sure we're gonna get action from Sean now. Oof. Got checked through on the flashboard, by the way. And we didn't win, obviously. With a pair of 5s there. Oof. That was kind of dirty. What did Gordon show up with, actually, at this table? Let's... We have to wait for the next hand until we can check it out. This is kind of an annoying song. Hide and never play again. I like that function in that player. Uncle Schnitzel back in the stream. Welcome back, Uncle Schnitzel. The random shill back in the house as well. It is a pleasure to have you back. Keep me company. I'll keep you some as well. It is Sunday Funday Minbet Mania about to occur. It is gonna be Fun Play Sunday on this channel. Unfortunately, the promotion is not going on. We're not gonna be winning extra any monies. I think this is okay to call even out of position. This one I'm gonna lead. It's Rainbow, and I have a feeling he's not gonna like this board. And we might actually get a fold right away. And if he grazes, then I don't know what to do then, actually. It depends on the pot odds, and we take it down right away. Very neat. So we got lucky ones, and this one we took down by pure, unadulterated skill. No, it's just a nice board to do that. Raise folding is okay, or just folding it outright is also cool. And the cat wants to join the Fun Day Sunday as well. Against two peeps, huh? He said. Okay, here we go. This is the spot we all have been waiting for an entire 10 minutes now. Ah, he ruins it. What to do, Gordon? Okay, we can't min raise. It'll be a while until that stops to be entertaining for me. And Dorian folded, huh, against that sizable raise there. Very interesting. Our first, I don't usually play like this, but why not? That works. Those do come around every once in a while. I don't know if they come around too often. We ran into quads 3 times in the first 45 minutes today, random. And Uncle Schnitzel, I guess you weren't here when I said it the first time. On one of them we had, I don't think I've ever seen that before, we had a perfect wrap on a 9 queen something board. Or 9 kings, something, I don't remember. We had a perfect wrap with like a queen jack 10, something like that. Or perfect straight draw. And we were 4-handed, and all the other 3 guys, everybody had a set. So we were doing excellent. We were in excellent shape, all in all, equity-wise. We were well ahead, I believe. But one of them made quads. Like, of course. Of course is what you make. And that was only the first or the second of the quad hands. But we got him back. We made quads once as well. Yeah, all in all, I think those are famous last words as well. I don't usually do this, but... Okay, definitely gonna be c-betting here. Not too big, I think. It's not necessary. Cards. I'll continue the story. I mean, you can't have much, right? So the flush didn't get there, no straights got there. Let's try it again. I have a bad feeling about this one. Whew. Good stuff. Seems I'm -1 cat again. Fair enough. Oh yeah, not playing this. And we are in action on 4 tables now. Neato. Oof. Yeah, there's one guy I would have raised. I think folding is maybe even the better option here. It's probably having all the Broadway cards is probably not horrible to call. Let's go with that. Interesting. Top pair, open-ender, blocker. I don't think betting here is gonna take it down. Gonna call it once because with our gutter we could make the nuts. And we have a pair, we have a backdoor equity. Oof. Let's see if this slows him down. Here we flop an over pair and an open ender. Backdoor flush draw, rainbow board. Sounds good to me. He folds on the other table. Actually, I'm gonna bet so I can set up a river shove if he checks again. I don't think he can lay down, like, if he has the queen jack right now, can he? You do have showdown value now. There's a decent chance he checked the full house. I'm lost as to what the best move is here. Maybe he has the queen jack. Ah, just check it. Ah, he has the full. Ooh, good for us. Good for us. So he led that with he donked. I should. He bet. He bet. He gets a note. That trend too. There was a. It's not the way to go to lead the set of eights there, I believe. I hope I hit my quota now. That's, you know, that's a way to see it, yeah, to look at it. Let me think about yesterday. Yesterday I was interesting spot here. Not gonna lead it, I'm not gonna be Trent from the other table to lead the middle or in this case bottom set. But we have backup. We have backdoor flushes, we have a gutter. Block straights. Should be block straights pretty well. Let's just check it. If he re-raises, we're gonna be in a shitty spot. Okay, now we have all the. We can make all the quads. I think in the early session I was down 8 buy-ins pretty rapidly. It's half by stupidity, half by, yeah, you know how it goes. Just the dealer not cooperating. And in the end I finished up 3 buy-ins, I believe. Was up 6 at some point, but that doesn't matter. The high point, not really here. Took it down with a lead. Or donk, I should say. Hey, you were in Seattle. Cool stuff. That's a rainy city, right? The Seattle. And I actually won this set hand here, I believe, with a set of 4s and 8s. Good check. Check on the river. Yeah, what did he have? Yeah, he has the 7 blockers. Wow! Interesting, 7s and kings. Oh. I guess he played that well. Might have to put him in a yellow shirt for now. He might know what he's doing. So here, of course, we're gonna have to fold. Interesting lead there. So like in hindsight, I don't quite believe him actually. Might have been a spot to call and then raise the turn. Keep an eye on Bradley on table 3. to our immediate right. But I think I played well. I was happy with my play. And we can't do anything here. Nah, against this bet size, a little bit too much. Having an opened cutoff here, we're now gonna check. Top pair, a gutter. Bet this one big. Take it down. No, we could be up against quads, but this time we will never find out. Oh, and I had a hilarious hand earlier today. Damn it, I forgot to clip that in the break. That was truly hilarious. I almost crapped my pants there. It was right after a little bit after the third quaddy happened to us. And I flopped top full house. And I betted on the flop, or somebody led into me and I called. I think I was in position, I called. And I said to, I said on stream, like, we're not gonna get quartered here. Like top queens or something. Unless it comes runner, ace. And he bets the flop, I call. Turn, an ace rolls off. He bets again, I call. River, another ace rolls off. And I would have, I don't know what my reaction would have been. Had he had the aces, but he didn't. He folded then to my bet when he checked out of position. But that was truly hilarious. Like I do wish that they would have had the aces. That would have been an awesome clip for the ages. He's just calling it out casually. That 0 point, I don't even know how many 0.001% that would have been. Not a large number, that is for sure. That was pretty good though. Can't do anything. Actually, let me check it out if that's a call. Was that the ace 9-6-5, right? It's under the gun. Button versus under the gun. Seeing through the ace 9-6-5, I believe it was. Ooh, almost misclicked here. Just folding that. No, the 8-7 to 7-6 would be calls. That makes sense. Sort of, they're well connected. Against the yellow shirt, huh? Just gonna call. Yeah, I agree. Because we could have easily had a better full house there, very easily. The 10-9, the 10-7, the 10-8, even the 10-8 are very possible. I like that analysis, random. Yeah, can only fold. Curious to see what happens though. Here I'm gonna bet now. I'm gonna bet big on the river. Let me take it down. Yeah, that flop donk. That flop bet was really strange. Trent is actually. I don't know what color to give him. We'll hold off on that. Because he didn't go mental on the turn. Ugh. In position, fine. Let's do it. Well, blockers to the idiot end of the straight are not really helpful. And we'll let it go. Raise this under the gun. Sounds good to me. I'm pretty sure this has to be raise fold. I'll check up on that. Can only improve the more I do this. But first I'll wait till the pre-flop is over as always. Open ender. If the 10 comes, we make... The 5 comes. If the 10 comes, we make the nuts 3. I don't have any backdoors. Just checking here. Sounds good. Against him, I'm gonna lay it down. It's just an open ender after all, with some overcards. Actually, no. This time I'm gonna raise it, because I think he can fold. Nice! Good stuff! That's pretty fun. I thought with the 7 blocker, you know, why not? Might just be clicking buttons. Ace Jack 9-7 triple suited it was. I was under the gun. Ace Jack. Interesting. Triple suited, it should be a fold. The 9-8 is a raise fold. I was on track with the raise fold. But it's the exact cutoff for the hands that for this hand strength hand category in regards to folding or raising. So it's not a huge deal to be raising that by any means. It's very marginal. I kind of dig the voice in that song. Sounds a little bit like the chick from Sixpence None the Richer. Ooh! Oh no, I thought I spaced out down here, I didn't. It's all good. Yeah, and it was a pretty long stream yesterday too. I think I streamed for about 10.5 hours or something pretty crazy all in all. This is so unfortunate. It's a very nice splash. It is a very nice splash. 1/4 stack. Just casually in there. Not gonna go for it. Let's watch. Someone is bound to go mental. Yeah, there we go. Wouldn't be surprised to see another like 3-way all in here. I know that voice. Featuring Lonely featuring Bijou, huh? You know what? I think she sang a song on the soundtrack of a movie I like. Aviation movie. Okay, so except for him, they don't have crap this time. Interesting. Who would have thought? 2 good hands in a 3-way splash pot. This is not gonna leave me alone, so I'm gonna Google her name. US American actress, singer. We're just gonna check here with the open ender. I'm gonna bet if he checks again. Yeah. I think you're pretty much right on the money there, Random. Yeah. I think he might know what he's doing. Let's give him let's actually put him into a yellow shirt. He might get an upgrade to the red shirt as well, which we didn't really have before. We take it down on the Jack-Jack board, which is neat. So here we have a gutter. Actually, do we have a double gutter? No. A gutter. This is icky, but I think calling isn't horrible. Especially when we plan on making the nuts. I bet half in a moment. First I'm gonna re-raise the Ace, Jack 7, APS 1, aces per song 1. No, I dig it. I think you're right. Get a fold on the flush board. Oof, it's pretty rough. Check it, see what happens. Interesting situation here. With the flush draw, I'm gonna go for the check raise. 2 pair, open-ender. See if we make it this size. 3, his 5, then we can... he's deep, so we'll... No, it's fine, it's fine. So here, on the aces he bets, and we're gonna just fold. And here we take it down. A very nice fold by Douglas, potentially. Depending on what he had. Yeah, the only... I was doing well the whole time, like mentally. I wasn't tired or anything. It was fun. It's good, great fun. God, like Michael was here and he gave a lot of good comments as well. It was very insightful for me. APS 1, since a new song just started. Not gonna be just calling against the button open here. Suitor to the ace, the king, an 8 in there. Good stuff. Okay, hang on. Calling this sounds okay. Sean here. Call this as well. You're gonna bet big, and I don't mind if he comes over the top at all. With the nut flush, yeah, perfect. I don't mind it at all. If we get re-raised and I can't, closing the action, I can't fold. Let's watch. Ooh, that is ambitious, my friend. That is ambitious, even with the blocker there. Put you in a shirt for now. Also, Shazam! This is an interesting one. Yeah, I know it's not a nut flush we're drawing to. I'll go for like a small blocker bet here. There could be some full houses out there, no doubt. Though I kinda think 2 pair and this bet on this in this pot size would have bet unless they didn't have any clubs, maybe. Oh, you know, the streaming thing is awesome. I would have never like thought about it in this order or most of this. Just playing silently, sitting here alone. I'm not saying what I'm saying here is correct, but I think pretty much the only hand, except for the only 10. Hang on, I don't know what to think. Hang on. Damn it, I need more time. I think this is an okay bet, is what it comes down to, but I... Ah, no, we're 3-handed. I thought this dude... this changes everything. I didn't see that this guy is still in there. Yeah. You're gonna win, Omar, with your... I don't know what you have. If he doesn't have a 10, he has aces. Yeah, Mirk, that was my fault. Would have made a difference, we would have still would have lost, but I didn't see the dude in there. Then at least in this specific situation I wouldn't have called. Bet. What's going on here? Okay. Yeah, unfortunate. But it's my own fault and I know what to change, so that's alright. Have to fold here, it's very nice of him to lead. Not gonna try anything. Douglas, I think. Douglas left, I believe. Might be fun. I'm gonna pick shorter songs too. He's still on table 2. Yeah, yeah. He has the blue shirt. Shazam. Right, folding here. Even closing the action, this is not enough. Every once in a while we're gonna flop good, but flop well, but eh. Yeah, it seems to be the plus EV move. And this is an awesome board. How well is this? How nice of a board is this? I'll lead this one too. I should have let bigger actually. I mean, you could be behind, but we have the straight, and we have a redraw to a full house. And what do you know? Huh. That's just how well can you? That's very rare to flop this well with this hand. And the full house redraw, nice. Nope. No, I didn't! I didn't! Must be lag. Like the sound has to travel a while from, you know, over there to here. No, what I mean. It's pretty funny that you were thinking that too. Didn't see that at all. You're just good, man. You're just good. This is very neat. Top and bottom, open ender, both backdoors, blockers. How deep is this dude? Gee, I think I'm gonna go with this one right away. Here, I'm just gonna call. I think I need to look this one up actually. This is a horrible turn. What the deuce, run it once. Okay, here I'm gonna just pot it now. Maybe get this guy out. And here I have no idea what to do. Well, we do have to... It's horrible. I can't fold. I'll put it in and save me any hard decisions. Ooh, thank you for folding. And I do mean that, like, sincerely. Down here, I'm just gonna check. And I don't mind that at all. Aces, okay. No good, my friend. Aces are no good. How can aces be good on this board? No, we got lucky. And Shazam, Shazam, and let's see if another one happens. I'm gonna need to go on a break right now, right away. I mean, it's just too exciting. Douglas on table 1. Oh, Douglas is on table 1. And you think he's a spot? I'm inclined to believe you. Let's put him in the shirt then. Interesting. The backdoor diamonds are gonna call this once. This is gonna be very interesting as well. That's an unfortunate river, because I was gonna call this bet here and call all the way. This is very unfortunate. Yeah, good for you, my friend. We don't have to hit all the boards as well as we have been hitting in them just now. It's a pity, but on the paired board I'm gonna let it go. Even if you make the flush, we don't know what to do. And the sky is falling. We just gotta walk with aces on another table. Cats and dogs sleeping together. Brimstone raining from the skies. It's been a while since I've seen Ghostbusters in English. I can't remember exactly. I know it in German though. Very, very well. As in quote 1/4 of the movie well. Against Gordon I want to be in there. He looks just too happy for his own good. And what a relief he don't flop the world, so... It's not getting spooky yet. We're certainly off to a great start. Ooh, interesting. Should we get up to some shenanigans here? I'd love to, but not against this dude. Interesting board here. King Jack, us holding the Jack with the top kicker. Gonna go for it. Can't really... There's some stuff he can raise that doesn't involve a king, but I don't think he would. Like raise a combo draw here. The min raise, huh? How I would love to click it back. Down here I'm gonna fold this against yellow shirt. Even though I'm in position, I think that is fine. I'm not so sure about this. It's not suited to the king, I hadn't noticed, but this dude is very loose, so... Come on, come on, come on. Oh yeah! Well, he had a proper hand. I'm just gonna check here. No, I'm gonna bet. Yeah, he had a proper hand. I kind of felt bad for him there a little bit. Tough spot, blocking our own out, although we do have a 9 of hearts, so let's start some betting. I mean, it's not like they always have to flush, right? That would have been so funny had he, like, raised right away. Just pot it there. See how the pool is doing. Yeah, 32, 9 at PLO 50, 6 at PLO 200. And no limit, there's in total a little over 100 peeps. Fair enough. Definitely be raising this. Sounds good to me. Let me check, I got some Discord message. Calling here. No, not calling anymore. Let's watch. Let's watch what Bradley is doing. As always, thanks a bunch for saying that. That's how I like internalize those spots, and it's much. That works much better when you give when I get confirmation. Is it affirmation? No, confirmation works, but now I have to look up what affirmation means. Hang on. But that I'm curious. Okay, not suited to the king. We're not gonna raise, even though it's a button. Open. Affirmation. Affirmation. Well, it meant what I thought it meant. Always nice when it works out like that. Words meaning what you think they mean. Just a second, I have to answer a Phil Gelfand tweet. Thought of a funny reply. Definitely gonna be raising this. I have to check here. See what happens here. Human sacrifice! Cats and dogs and cats living together. Mass hysteria. That's the one. And I like that you apparently, very obviously, knew that offhand and didn't need to look that one up. You're indeed a man after my own heart, Random. Somebody who can quote Ghostbusters. I should just go for it. We have the 9 ourselves. It would make sense if we have played the 8, something containing an 8-9 exactly like this. We do take it on, very neat. This one I was squeezing. At 100 BB? Oh hell yeah. Golden on table 2. Table talk very similar to Derek? Ooh. I admit I didn't pay close attention to the tables there for 2 minutes. I shall do so in a second. Not the wrong kind of double suited. You're gonna have to go with it. It's the... I'm really curious to see what he... Did he do this with aces like this? No. Crappy aces is possible. But against crappy aces we're not doing bad. Woo! Not crappy aces. Actually we're ahead right now. Shazam! Shazam! Take the missile! Jesus! Ooh, so sorry I was wearing the wrong shirt there. Hang on, I need to... take a breath there. Oh lordy lord. So the yellow shirt had Ace 10 9 7 suited to hearts, and what was the random dude here? Corey Jack 8 7 single suited. Wow, at least a fish, and yeah, no, not a, well, you know, careless with his chips, not aggressively so, because he didn't do the raising himself. Man, random, you bring me all sorts of luck. That must be it. I was running awesome, amazing when you're here. I mean, I don't really believe, and I'm not really superstitious. I'm actually substitious, but I'm starting to come around. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, they do. They do. It's apparent in the media as well. Here we of course get aces. No, that sounds... not of course. We do get aces and I am grateful. Don't wanna jinx it. Here we now have to fold. Take it down pre with the aces. See, I said too much. I get punished. Lordy lord. We're sitting on some stacks again. That's right, there was this ace king king hand earlier. I wanted to check that or not. I have a feeling it is a raise call. Right, the one where we beat him with a Not flush, but I just wanted to check that out. So we were in... We were under the gun or something. Because we raised and he re-raised, yeah. I think like under the gun versus cutoff, something like that. Ace King King 7, no? Let's go with under the gun versus cutoff. Actually, under the gun is more than enough. Ace King King, what did I say? 7, right? Yep. Single suited. Here we have to fold. It is exactly that. There's no... The single suited kings, there's no raise, there's just raise calls and even some raise folds. Well, a whole bunch of raise folds actually. Let's try the double suited ones though. Interesting, and see, this is... Now, there would be curious what your thoughts are on them, or anyone else's in the channel for that matter. Like, according, to the solver approach, under the gun, no double suited kings are a raise, they're all a raise call. Let's check different positions for that. Let's go on the next one, MP. So against the 100 BB player here on the button, we're not gonna just... Yeah, we're not just gonna call. Yeah, I'm concentrating on what's going on at the poker tables first. Right, I remember that in Zombieland. Here I'm checking, because I wasn't the pre-flop aggressor. Here I'm betting half, sounds good to me. Here I'll... Actually I won't, I remember our conversation from yesterday. Get raised on table 1 with the triple aces on that board, like min raised, more or less. Fine. Fine, you take it, sir. Cut off. So on the cutoff it starts that you can re-raise the best ace-kings either with the best kings either with aces in them or very well connected or double paired, like a king jack 10, king jack jack double suited. So not under the gun or not an MP, that's very interesting. Yeah, that could be a very long, very extensive discussion. I like that summary, actually. And optimism is very apparent once you visit America, talk to Americans, meet Americans. And disbelief is a double-edged sword. It's a good thing, but it's also holding the country back every once in a while. Especially when it comes to like social reforms and the stuff like... I know, when the guy earning $1,000 saying, I don't want the rich to get taxed, because in the back of his mind he's thinking, one day I'm gonna be rich. I live in the land where it is exactly like you say. I just have to work enough, put myself out there, and then I'll be successful someday. But yeah, let's... this is not the stream for politics necessarily. Oof. I dig it. We deep against anyone? No. So we have all the flush draws in the world. Both of them nutted. We have blockers. We have a gutter ourselves. Betting small here to induce. Actually, I'm not sure if I can induce here. That's kind of stupid because I'm holding the nut flush. I'm not really sure who could be induced. Oh, never mind. That was an excellent move and it'll always work. Yeah. You're just right on the money, random. That is exactly what the charts are saying. Let's watch. Please don't have a set, good sir. No, you have the worst possible hand you could have against us. Shazam to the nizzle! Wow. Shazam! Just Shazam. Yeah, that makes, yeah. You have all the people behind you. I'm gonna re-race this, having all the broadways, trying to get it heads up. He comes over the top. Not sure I can fold. He doesn't, and that's cool. That's awesome. I'm just gonna pot this with the remaining stack. Yeah, what do you do if you get 4-bet and you have the kings? Yeah. Ooh, he has 8-7. Let's see if they're good. They're not good. They're not good. Jesus Christ. What is happening? Random should never leave again. Never, like, quit your day job. Lordy Lord. I was so excited I didn't even drop any markers on the screen. He pukes. But you know, it's not like you were ahead miles there. But I understand the puke. Oh Lord. I wish I could say sorry. I really do. Let's see, hang on. Stuff happening. Checking here, having draw to the nuts. Here I am gonna fold. Checking here again. Oof, what do you know? Checking with the kings on this board. If he checks again, I'm gonna... I don't know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do here, though. Actually, I'm gonna go for pot this time. Oh, no, so it wouldn't have mattered. The snap fold. Okay, betting big now. Yeah, and the cutoff raise. Yep. That is exactly... You're good, man. You're good. So I shall never ignore any advice you're giving. You just know what you're talking about. Is that was an awesome flop. And he had the worst hand he could have there, like 2 pair. I think checking here is probably better, to be honest. No, I'm gonna go with it, although I don't... Actually, I'm gonna check. Because I don't think... Whatever I do, queen's jacks are probably not gonna fold. If he bets now, then... Which he's probably going to... No? Okay. Let's hope he has 9s. Oh, Jesus Christ. What is going on? You just get Patrick to our Christmas card list. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, lordy lord. We have some stacks here. Wow. What a run. Mm, you need to fold. But what is happening on run and ones? Wow. Or at least a shrug. Yeah, the shrug was. Oh man, can you imagine? It'd be pretty tilty if it's just. Yeah, I've seen it all, my friend. I shall see it all again. Twice on Sundays. Okay, you have to fold. It's a little bit weak. Do some more poker too. Check the... yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Yeah. Check the flop there, I think so too. Sounds good to me. This is awesome. It's like I'm playing, have people watching me, they get coaching at the same time, basically. This cannot be beat, this deal. Yeah, that was... I don't think I should do anything here. Now especially. Nah, I'm not gonna... Let's do it. I don't think it's too crazy, actually. I would... No, I'm not gonna do it. If you check the turn, then it's less likely that he has like aces, kings, I would think. Because, you know, you love the deuce pairing, right? With an overpair. Okay, enough stuff on the side, sorry about that. That's what I'm gonna do here. Call is what we're gonna do. Actually thinking about a lead, but meh. Also a very nice hand. Ace, King, Queen, 5, double suited on table 3 coming up. Get a flush board here with the bottom pair, no blockers at all. Any leads we're gonna... I can't fold it on the flop, I can't fold the nut flush draw on the flop, right? I'm feeling I probably like... Can I ever fold this on the flop? I mean, I'm folding it now, that's not the question, but... I think we got called on the other board, by the way, I'll check it out in a second. Can I fold this here? I mean, I don't have any additional equity, not much. I could make, you know, full houses, like assuming he has us crushed right now. There's a straight there. Just a humongous draw or something. I think we have to fold this on the flop, right? Like this specific board, this specific hand that we had, we don't have any other equity against the flush. Like no real equity. Nothing that really adds an out. And what happened here with the king queen? Yeah, he called with a king jack jack 6 diamonds, which weren't relevant. Okay. Definitely betting this in position, and in late position, I should say. This is much more our board than his. Unfortunately, it now flushes. Oh lord, no, we're not! Jesus, I spaced out there. Against Carl, I think I know which one you mean. Oh right, where I was thinking about it. On the 4-4 deuce. Yeah, agreed. Like if he didn't bet out the deuce, there was... And he has something else. I'm gonna see if I can join some more tables. Maybe we get seated back at the other one. Keep an eye on them. Maybe we get seated back at... Oh no, we are! We're at the same table. Ooh, sorry guys for hit and running there. In case you have a note on me and you know. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Agreed. This wasn't necessarily... I know what you mean with the winner's tilt. I thought it had some merit. Like once it double paired that I could sell the 4, I would have played like that. Or a4. But once he didn't check the turn, didn't bet the turn. But yeah, yep. I agree. All in all, I completely agree. Man, you're just a well of information and of insight. You have to type all that in, so... Thanks, man. You still have a proper winter in Colorado right now? Hang on, no, I'm not raising that. Check if I should, just for my own curiosity. I have a strong feeling that I shouldn't. This is a very nice board for it. Button versus cutoff. We have king, king, queen, 6, singer suited. Nope, that's perfectly alright. Just in combination with some aces. This, however, I'm gonna raise. Yeah, I'm gonna raise this because he went over the top last time. Not hugely strong on in a spot where he could have been in a very bad shape. $13 now at PLO 50, 42 PLO 10. The dream. The dream. I mean, pretty much as crappy as aces can be, but much better can it get than putting it all in before the flop. How can you just call? What the deuce, dude? And we flop pure. Yeah, that's not gonna work, my friend. Shazam! I forgot to say the Shazam. That was certainly worth one. He had decided to call once. We have the gutter as well. We have 2 pair. Might be good. Nice hand, he's saying on the table. I'm gonna say thank you and nice hand back. Thank you, nice hand. This is of course a horrible river, all in all. Closing the action I'm gonna call here this time. Okay, no miracle. I'll do BFF, yeah. Yeah, that worked out nicely. Re-raising here, 3-betting I should say. Same difference, just easier to say. Folding on the king's table once the ace rolled off there. On table 2. On the blue shirt table. Oof. Well, we are deep. I'm gonna go crazy with this one. She checking my... Nah, it's a little bit too strong to check, I think. All the back doors, fine. Because it could have been a very dicey spot there, not us not really blocking straights. This is one double suited ace that I can call against a 3-bet, I believe. Because the side cards are... I don't even need to finish that sentence. Do I check or do I... I'll check. Hope he goes crazy. Maybe he has the aces with clubs. Wouldn't mind that. He checks and good on him, and I'm not gonna check anymore, I think. I can't bet anything but the pot here. You should just check and hope that the board pairs, like a 3 would be awesome. Even an ace rolling off would be all kinds of neat. Because I'm not really afraid of anything, right? He has the better flush, then screw that. Better flush draw, I should say. And he does not, and he is not drawing that! What the... I mean, I can't complain the way we've been running. That's interesting to think about if he would have ever... if he would have folded to our raise, to our flop, like push or whatever. It's moot, though. The splash pot, yeah. Yeah, okay, it doesn't surprise me at all. Like, in Germany, we're basically living in spring right now. But I remember Colorado being very different. Oof. Oh, you were snow blowing? I had to do it once this year. Shovel snow. It's not worth it to get a snowblower. If you take it down here, pre. Blocking all of my full house outs, but... yeah, let's just call. There's some bad luck there versus Edward, but... I don't mind how this hand went down. And I have, you know, with the gutter, he would... the ace of diamonds. Who knows if he would have called. He checks, and I don't think this is a trap here. To be honest. I don't think he would stop betting if he had like the queen 10, the 10-7. Oof. Please don't bet, please. Let's check it down like gentlemen. It's not a gentleman, that dude. Yeah, probably pretty much a no-brainer. Unless you have a really strong suspicion. Could have done it with the ace of diamonds. I guess that's like the only likely bluff. Aces and ace of diamonds. Just Edward, I'm gonna fold this on table 2. No, it's a bug. It's not that you can't sit back in, it's like, it's just that a button to sit back in doesn't appear sometimes. In a button versus blind scenario here, I'm calling, I think that is okay. 10 of clubs would be all kinds of neat. Yeah, that would have been very neat indeed. Very neat indeed, that's so fun to say. Down here, I'm just gonna check, see what I do. Honestly, I don't know if I should fold this. Let's squeeze it. Let's make it a squeeze fold, I guess. Sounds good to me. Yeah, so that's just a bug. Like usually there's like a button on the bottom of the table. You can sit back in when you get timed out, but sometimes it doesn't work. How deep are we? I have no idea if like potting it here would be going off the rails. I don't think it's necessarily necessary in position. I mean, I'm never folding, no matter the bet, no matter the action in front of me, right? Like if it goes pot, repot, I can't fold. I'm gonna pot it now. They're not betting twice. I'm not sure what I'm representing, but that's up to them to figure out. I guess a set. Turn set of 8s, maybe 6s. Ooh, load of my mind. Yeah, one of those hop-on snowblowers you can just drive around on. Still lose aggressive, let's do it. Oof. Check raising here. Should a rainbow board, I mean there's the 8-9 jack cards that wouldn't be great. I was thinking like, should I slow play this and what cards on the turn would be bad? I'll pot it right away. Not pot it, raise it, I mean. And now, no matter what comes on the turn, I'm gonna have to get it in. Neat. Don't mind taking it down right away. Be very curious to know what he folded there. Or like an ace-king jack type of hand, maybe. In any case, good fold. Hmm. Yeah. Sounds good. Thanks for that. Definitely coming over the top here. It's completely offsuit, but now we can't just call here. Even though we're very deep against Barry here. So this might get a tad expensive for one of us. Whew! That's beautiful. Now Barry can't call. And if he does, then, you know, then we will roll the dice happily. These don't have aces. Okay, aces. Like 2 queens, right? I think we're splitting this one. Phew! Out of my mind. And we actually both made a profit there. And we're never folding, yeah. I was really curious if this was just a potted on the flop there right away. This one I'm checking. I think there's a lot of nasty turns that if he has a decent draw here, he's never folding. Also calling once, having a redraw ourselves to the nuts. Depending on his bet size, I might still call, to be honest. Yeah, that's perfect. I think we're good. Yeah. On the flop, I could very well wrap that, yeah, but I figured on the turn it's not as believable because I checked in position. But I guess on the turn I could do it with a 5-7 without many or any flush draws. That thought hadn't occurred to me. And you're awesome at this. Let's be aggressive. Stop saying out that one. It's sometimes the run is ridiculous on this channel, isn't it? A little bit scary. I would not slow play this, yeah. I think I earned the minimum there. I agreed. I agree in hindsight. Just lead out. The check raise is so... Also the check raise is so... on this fairly very uncoordinated board. Just smells like a set, right? Hang on, here we are gonna re-raise fold. I think that sounds fine. Here we can... No, we're not gonna call once. We have the open-ender, we have the second nut flush draw, we have the other flush draw. I think I am potting this, to be honest. If somebody has a full house, then we're drawing that, fair, but I'm not... It's just gonna be so tough if I check, they bet big, and then, you know, what do I do? Yeah, I think, yeah. I like yours. I like your way. We won the minimum there. Which isn't horrible by any means, but there was room for improvement in that spot for sure. One of the button, I think this is fine, even though the 7 is kind of iffy, but it's good enough. For the cutoff. Yeah. Right, I hadn't thought of that. That's true. Which he might sometimes find a fold. Especially on this table where I'm the sleepy dude. I hadn't thought of that. Well, it means we're gonna, yeah. Okay, for here, closing the action call. I have a 10 in my hand. I'm gonna continue betting. We take it down. Wait, sorry, this one. I think it is a raise, right? I think it would be too nitty. Let me check that out. A moment, yep. Not yet. Now we can. Yeah, checking sounds good. Interesting card. Very interesting. So we're in MP, right? Right. Ace Queen 5-8. I think it has to be a raise. And if it is, then it's a raise fold. Yeah, it's a raise fold, can be a raise call. Fine. Oof. Ah, noted. Oh, things can get confusing on my end with all the excitement and all the action, everything that's going on. Because he says some of the funniest things right back at you. Like three or 4 days ago, you had me in serious stitches. With the queen as a straight draw blocker, let's bet half. Let me take it down, that's all kinds of neat. I don't mind taking down that small pot there. Yeah, right back at you. Oof. Rainbow board no less, huh? This way I'm gonna check. I'm checking, like, blind versus blind. I think there's a lot of checking in the small blind. Let's see if that's a bad card. Check calling is also fine. Ooh. That's also fine. We do have an ace. Let's see if that's helpful. For the tiny pot, I'm gonna let it go. Out of position, yeah, sounds good to me. For a mediocre beginning, this part of the song is alright. Quite alright. Let's see, we lost that one buy-in earlier. We were like miles ahead. He had 3 outs, 4 outs. And how neat is that, to have your opponent on the ropes like that? Table 2, Ace Queen 5-8, MP is probably a call raise. One of double suited. Yeah, I think I have, right? That's the one I checked. So it's half-half. It's a raise call or raise fold. Wait, I'll check it again. Maybe maybe I was thinking of the wrong hand. Here, I'm sorry. I'm gonna check. Say Ace Queen 5-8. Ah, if double suited. Oh, hang on. Now I understand. I'm gonna call this once actually, because we could just make it nuts. No, because I think our flush draw is still good a decent amount of the time there. I'm gonna lead it, of course. Can't check here. It's a raise call. I was only raising if I was double suited. We call. It's very. Oh, sorry, I was on the wrong table. You caught the tail end of it. Apologize about that. You're nitty. You're talking to me. Hi, man. I mean, I think I loosened up quite a bit, but the first week, wow, I was nitty as heck. So ace queen. Let's check it through the positions. Why not? Was it ace queen 8-5 double suited, right? Can call here. That's okay. So under the gun. First of all, what are we gonna do here? Ace queen 5-8. Just gonna do. No, we're actually gonna bet. Ace queen 5-8 under the gun is a raise call. Then I need only check the button. On the button it's a raise. I need to study some button hints then. That is very interesting. You took it down with the flush, you saw that, I believe. Yeah, so the same is true for me, random. I'm nitty, or I'm slowly leaving my nitty roots behind, but emphasis on slowly. And often wrong, often enough. This I have to check now in position. Yeah, sounds good to me. A very decent river. Doesn't change anything about the board. And I'm gonna call a few bets. Am I gonna call a few bets? It's actually a good question. Depends on the player. Like if I knew he was like a wreck, if I would be on a different side where I had some hut or something. I could imagine just folding here because now he. I could have checked the mate straight, and because he was afraid of a full house. And after I checked, that's an interesting spot. That's what I'm gonna say about it. From both perspectives here. If he bets, and we hope to put him on a flush, then a raise might be funky. In any case, this is very surprising to me that on the button, that's a raise. The ace queen 8-5, ace queen 6-5 even, ace queen jack 5 even. I'm just gonna call here, I'm not gonna overcomplicate things. Folding is also a very decent option. He has to bet a 9. And he had all the queens covered. And very nice value bet, I'm gonna tell him so. Nice hand, sir. It was a small decision, which is why I called quickly. A small bet, all in all. We weren't playing for stacks. So I decided to not overthink it. Did I do anything wrong here? Actually, I did. To my surprise, this should be a raise. Let me check that. 7-6-5-3. Here on this table, I mean. Not because of the flop, just generally thinking. Was it 7-6-5-3, double suited? Wasn't a cutoff. Yeah, I think I'd looked these up earlier, and I think they are raises. Even the... Yeah, even the 4-3 is a raise, which is very surprising to me. And this is just awesome. With all the 10s here, I'm not gonna pot it. But you know what happens. He folds. Sweet. So the 7-6 4-3 is an open, is a raise call in the cutoff, for example. Wow. When he calls, that's pretty neat, because we have the stone cold nuts. Unless we're splitting, we are always taking this down. Yeah, me too! Oh, single suited? That I need to check out. Hang on. Top and bottom. Backdoor flush draw. Blocking in the straights, but I think it's worth a raise bet here. Was it Ace Queen at 5 it was, I believe, the hand we're talking about. Yep. Single suited, it's a raise call. Sorry if I confused it there, if I made a mistake there. You know, in hindsight, thinking about it now, or yeah. What bets there that we beat? Okay, let's fire up another table. The other one was winding down. 27 entries now again at PLO 50. This is just very good news for Run It Once, for us, for everybody. So gonna check. I have a decent amount of outs. Nah. Oh, hell yeah. This song I like. We take this down. I didn't look. I really doubt it. But you know, stranger things have happened. We can beat a bluff. We can beat a... yeah. Yep, and that's it. So here we're gonna have to check fold. Don't really have any additional equity besides, you know, two pair stuff and making trips. Yeah, he hasn't. And he's too sleepy for doing a 7 bluff with aces there. I don't think I could do that bluff actually. I think that one I would let go. Calling this is fine. Cutoff versus big blind. And what do you know? We flop the bottom with stuff sets. Some straight blockers in the form of the 7. Which is also acting as a club blocker. Let's call here. It doesn't complete a straight. That part is nice, and we do have one club. Oh, no. And now we take it down. Unless he has a set of 5s. Queens! He checked it with a set of queens in the end. I guess a pretty scary board. We lost the absolute minimum there, and I'm happy with how I played that. This one I'm raising, I think that's fine. Raise folding. Yeah. Small blind against MP. Let me check that in a moment when the pre-flop is done. Got all the backdoor flushes in the pair. Not blocking any straights, but we're never folding here. Especially not for anything less than pot. Interesting. Not gonna say nice, but interesting. And this is one of the spots that would have been totally unimaginable to me earlier. I think this is the correct cold call with this hand. Winner just coming straight over the top. For that's a little thin. Did I make the 6 and 8 or 10? Here on this board, I honestly don't know what to do. Check it. Check call sounds good. Give us a jack, good sir. That king isn't horrible, all in all, most likely. Hang on, unless he has kings, I think we're good here. Actually, I'll just call here. Unless he rivered kings. He did not. We made the maximum there. I think I'm leading this now. We do block the 6. We have a whole bunch of straight outs ourselves. We have the flush. I'm gonna wait for a while, then I'll check, and I'm gonna really hate life if he bets, cause it's gonna be a very tough spot. Well, maybe not, maybe I just call it. The third nut flush. This bet sizing, I'm not overthinking this. I don't know. I got nothing. I got nothing. By one pip. Whew. Whew. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's a very good point. Minimal damage, and we got some information there. So we're gonna put him in the shirt as well, right? He was in position, I believe, in this one. Just for the note. Yeah, I'm taking a note on him. Careful with trips, heads up, in position, I believe it was. Yeah, because I checked to him. Yeah. Ah, this could have easily gone the other way, but of course that was very satisfying. And also the hand right before on table 3 down here, where we doubled up, was also very sweet. Man, we're doing some damage in the pool. Yes, Jesus Christ. I hadn't noticed that. For the day we are up 6 buy-ins, I believe. What was it? 617? No, 617 and 97? No, wait, 79. Yeah. Yeah, we're up 6 buy-ins in the smidgen. Yeah. Again, thank you for reaffirming that. Because it was, as I said, it was very unimaginable to me earlier. This one I have to check out, hang on. The one you're talking about right now? Here I'm not gonna bet actually. I think there's like a 10-10, 9-9 that can call. Yeah, it's interesting. Could raise. But we're fairly deep. And of course we do not have the nuts, we block the nuts and have outs to the nuts and the flush and all that jazz. Table 3 made a boat. Ah, right. Now I know what chat you're talking about. Thank you very much. Oh, look at that. I didn't click on that. I clicked on that like more or less randomly. I didn't mean to do anything there. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Oof. Jesus Christ. So that means in total, on Run It Once, we are creeping up on being up 90 buy-ins. We are actually up almost 88 buy-ins at this point. Jesus. Malcolm. That hand up there. Interesting one with us having the... with us having the... Spade of Hearts. The Ace of Spades is what I meant to say. So I'm gonna... c-bet. That doesn't make it easier. Yeah, check pretty quickly here. Could have waited a smidgen longer. I'm gonna call, hoping for either the boat, but that's not why I'm calling. I'm calling because additionally with the spades I'm gonna lead big here. No spades, fair enough. Can't have it all. Yeah. He checks here, that means we're good. Very nice. Yeah, agreed. Almost 1 hour 45. I think I'm gonna take a 5-minute break in a moment. Having all the blockers, actually, I'm gonna c-bet here. Nice. Take it down. Taking it down. And it's interesting. I noted in the evenings the stream stays pretty small for now. Whereas during the afternoon it gets very busy. Like 20-25 euros the afternoon. I dig the small stream. Just thought it was an interesting observation there. Actually, I'm gonna... Nah, I should have bet there. That was the wrong approach. Now we have a redraw to a flush as well, which is very sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna roll the cigarette, catch some air for like 5 minutes. Oof. Oof. We went from having the nuts to having even nuttier nuts. Nuttier than squirrel poo. Squirrel poo. Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted there for a moment. Wait, what's going on? Am I missing something here? Kind of a straight... Oh, it's a paired board. Yes, I am missing something here indeed. Fair enough. I almost came over the top here. Oof. Ah, it's a good point in time to take a short break then. Caught it just in time. Wow. Sure, you were sitting in your seat randomly. Oof. Close one. With the spade draw, I'm never folding here. Ooh. Yeah. Rivering the nuts. This time I'm not overlooking anything. Worst case scenario is we split this one. I'm like, whenever I bet pot here, people just fold. I'd go with half here. He comes over the top. It's unfortunate because we're gonna split this pot very often. Just pay more rake. Of course, if he folds, it's also unfortunate. Nice. Oh, he had like top 2, maybe even a set. Both. He had top 2 in a set. Ace king king. Can't win them all. Joseph can't win them all. A fact we are also very intimately familiar with. We banked 4 buy-ins earlier when we timed out. Yeah, that's true. Which wasn't even on purpose because, I mean, there was no reason to leave the table. Nobody was deep against us, and if they had been, now we're gaining some deep play experience, which I still need to study up on. And I'll definitely make a point of looking at button spots. Like that double suited rebase, the ace queen 8-5, that's a rebase? Would have never guessed. I mean, on the other hand, that's like the solver approach. That's not necessarily the thing to do in the micros, or just generally in general. It's a good guideline. It's not the end solution. And I know people get nervous when Germans use that phrase. Yeah. Caught it just in time. I caught it just in time. I'll check here first. No, I'm not folding. Bet if he bets. If he doesn't bet, I'm still gonna check. Whew. It's paired, so we're not never raising, we're never folding. I think, like, even if he bets pot. Not against this bet size for sure. There you go. We got raised. Dive, dive, dive. Oh man. Okay, first of all, thanks everybody for keeping me company. And I will be back in a few minutes. I'll make a new cup of tea, so it'll be 7 minutes max. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. And I'll be back in a jiffy. And we're back. See if we can do more damage. Whew. People left. 13 entries. We should have to do something about that. Yeah, that was a nice hand to end on. Pretty sweet. Let's see, what's the tally? Woo! 88.5 buy-ins. Jesus. I don't know the right adjectives for this anymore. But I would like to point out that they arranged these tables perfectly this time. It was very satisfying to look at. Right, and while the action is starting off, I'll just do something on the side for one moment. Adjusting the schedule. Oh, and it needs to be set. Thank you for sticking around during the break. Very nice of you. Yeah, because I don't wanna take my break at 9:30. I'm gonna take it at 10, 1.5 hours from now, like the doggy walk break. And while I'm on break, I figured we can host someone. I've been advised that it's a good idea to, you know, I'm not opposed to growing the channel. I'm not going out of my way to do it, but I've been told that it's nice to extend the circle a little, like host somebody who's not on Run It Once, so there's some I don't know what the word for this, some cross something going on. Cross pollination. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Making the nut flush, having the top the other thing, top trips is certainly not bad. As he has 10-7 specifically, not worried about 10-5. Shouldn't be many 10-5 hands played. Raising this sounds good. And the schedule, or if you're British, the schedule. That's what I was gonna do. And I have to hand it to the British, because otherwise they'll take it. No, those days are behind them. Made myself laugh. They have the greatest idioms and expressions, and almost all of them sound like they're made up on the spot. Like all of them actually do. I like the one from Snatch, where somebody told someone to shut up and they said, save your breath to cool your porridge. It sounds made up. With all the blockers, I am perfect grab, the overcard, the overpair. I'm still gonna bet it, I think. Not gonna be completely mad if we get raised here. That is okay-ish. We just might take it down. Yeah, let's roll with it. Two pair. Deuces, huh? Eight, eight, deuce, deuce. Very interesting. Is he suited? Wow, those were offsuit. Am I reading this right? One heart, one diamond, one spade, one club. Jesus. I like him. Yeah, -1 now, but yeah. Oh, nuts is that. Okay, let's flop a turn a flush. Sounds reasonable as well. Here I'm gonna c-bet. Single raise pot. We take it down with the flush on the other hand. Channel, right, that's what I was gonna do. Just gonna adjust the schedule here. Here, this we can call for the min raise. This is thin, but I think it's okay. This is interesting. Gutter to pair, blockers, flush draw. I think I'm gonna. Nah, I'm not gonna lead this. There's a. Checking here with the gutter, blockers, backdoor flush draw. Now it gets interesting on the other table when an ace of diamonds makes an appearance there. Here I'm gonna call raising. Probably not. Here I'm gonna bet big now. See what happens. Okay, that's nice. And here we have to fold now. It's unfortunate. Had some very decent potential there. Check out what happens here. Alright. Done and done. Oh, the end solution is here. Right, that's the one. Alright, done and done. It would be interesting to stay with him PLO, agreed. Actually, that I had a very nice dude earlier that I hosted for a while, and actually kind of autopiloted this year. It's probably not horrible. I'm curious about that one actually. 5 for deuce on the button, huh? Let's check it out. Check out how horrible it is. No, it's fine. It's actually a raise call. Oh, goes to show that I can be nitty. I think he left the table, unfortunately. Well, Not necessarily unfortunately, but... Is there still a Zag? No, I think we gave him a shirt, right? Yeah. Hmm. That sounds very much alright to me. I like it. And I'm sure it'll stick. I'm sure it'll go through my head in a similar spot next time. I mean, like, EV-wise at that point, the call wasn't horrible, but it shouldn't have gotten to that point where we needed to put our whole stack on the line. I think the call in the end was fine, just from a pure EV or odd point of view. Having all the outs, having all the straight outs there. But let's not get to that point again, yeah. Let's just check here, sounds good. Even if he checks it twice, I'm gonna leave this one alone for a while. Now with the queen, it becomes interesting if he checks. Yeah, thought about maybe raising there. Four-handed, I'm checking this. The jack, fortunately, doesn't make any difference at all. The nuts are still the same. Where's the check? That's a very good way of looking at it. Yeah, he lacked the confidence. And the commitment. I have a feeling like if we're not behind, we're splitting pretty often here. 3 dudes, 2 dudes behind us. I'm gonna let it go. Let's watch. Yeah, he hit a flush draw. He hit a 5-7 and a flush draw. Yeah, I think folding this is too nitty. I don't really know, but it's a heads-up situation at this point. We're in position. But generally speaking, playing no rainbow hands is not a mistake at all, I feel. They don't add, definitely don't add much to your win rate. Let's watch what Grayson shows up with. What do you fold there? Kings, right? King, king, 10-7. Yeah, that's more than fine. Folded against the 3-bet. And we shall never know. I'm letting this one go. It looks nice. I'm fairly certain it is not nearly as nice as it looks. Let's check it out. 3966 on the button. Double suited. This is a whole different story. These cards all work well together. What did I say? Queen 966, right? You're right. Actually, it is. It is a raise call. Okay, the more you know. Let's bet here. Cough, cough. The story of Derek. In case any of you in the channel that maybe weren't around or don't know what we were talking about, we had the craziest of crazy dudes so far in now 180 hours of playing on Run It Once. He was something special out of all the active players we faced. Hang on. I think this is not horrible to call in position. A lot of hands we can make. And on boards like this we just fold. Yeah, and should you... so we played with Derek for an hour. Derek folded maybe 5-6 times in that hour, and all the other hands he raised and re-raised pre-flop. He built a stack, man. He had $150 euros in front of him at some point, almost, just a few cents under. And we battled. We battled for a while, and I made a collection of all the clips. It culminated in a 1,250 big blind pot that we played with him. So, if that sounds like something you want to check out, then check out the link there in the chat. That's like a 10-12 minute clip of all the action against Derek. And should you just want to spoiler, there's also just a final hand on my channel. I think it's called All Good Things Must Come to an End, I think is the name. Okay. Talking about all good things, having the ace-ace 5-5 is certainly very nice. Single suited to the ace. Awesome. Gonna put it in. Bottom set is good enough. Backdoor flush draw. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. That wasn't the spot to stick around. We actually didn't just have a straight draw, we had a straight. I believe, right? We had the 9 high straight with a 5 and a 9. Okay, first of all, I hope I didn't... No! With the aces, I spaced out! Jesus Christ. Oh well. What happened here? Shazam was what happened! Hey, Shazam! That kind of... alleviates the pain of being able to 3-bet aces there on table 3 just now, on table 4 just now. Do a nice hand following those aces. Unfortunately, not a nice board. Yeah, that's why I said I feel we're either splitting or we're behind already, and can't catch up. Can't really catch up. Because I think we had a straight there. Let me check actually. Oof. With the gutter and with the flush draw on top. I have to, I think there's probably something in the Jane Anders course about small blind versus big blind play, because I never know. I have the impression, I'm under the impression that in the small blind you basically don't bet on the flop. You just check it to the big blind. I'm not entirely sure how accurate that is, but this I'm gonna let go. Wrong kind of suited. We're doing not that hard against the 3-betting range. Here the sleeper wakes up, huh? Probably have to let it go as well. Yep. Yeah. I think that's fine. Woo! Ace, ace, king, jack, double suited. How beautiful is that hand? Can it get any better than this? Please don't fold call. Aww. Well, took down 1.5 big blinds. That's fine. Let's see. Okay, now we're not folding. I have my doubts that this would be a raise. Check it out after the pre-flop is over. Small blind versus button, huh? Oof. Leading here now. What's the top set? We block the straight draws with an 8. So check 9-9. Check 8, huh? We're 4/5 of the way to a straight flush here. Three-handed bottom set there. No question of what we do there. I mean, with the SPR being what it is, what it was. Let's do it. And surprisingly, this single suited 9s against the button open with what was it, Jack 8, is indeed a fold. And I'm gonna let this one go as... Actually no, because I want to know how he plays. I'm not convinced he has it. He didn't have to full outs, he had a better flush, fair enough. King high flush there, huh? I'll make a mental note on that. I think this was too loose, calling here. Let me check that out as well. Cutter versus MP. Fortunately, table 1 broke. I'm gonna play heads up as always. It is not. It is correct. It is a call. And I've learned that this is a call against the raise here. After I opened and he re-raised, this is not a fold, which is what I initially thought, because we're blocking the aces and the kings. Pretty neat. I have to fold here now, but this is very interesting that this is indeed a call here. This hand looks so weak. All in all, I mean... Oh, table 3 filled up, so we're not leaving. Table 1, I mean, sorry. Hope I'm not confusing you. Also hope I'm not confusing myself. Yeah, that was... Can nut flush with the King XDD in this hand, yep. Before the turn looking for a 10, right, check it out. I'll check it out, I was going to do that. I think we had a straight there. The 9-6 something with diamonds. No, did we have diamonds? We didn't have diamonds. Yeah. It was, the flop was 6, 7, 8. And we hit the 5 and we hit a 9, so we had a straight. Too sleepy to hear. Unfortunately, no wakey wakey at that point for them, from them. Not gonna do anything about it. Well, blind versus blind, that's a different story. Take it down, which is all kinds of nice. On the button, this is fine. I think any suited ace is a raise on the button. Curious to know if this one is a raise fold. Ace jack, 6 deuce, huh, on the button. Let's check it out. Might as well make this an educational stream. A little bit. It always is for me, especially with Random Shill just putting so much work into the chat. Ace jack, 6 deuce it was. And we were on the button. Interesting one. Ace, jack, 6 deuce. Raise fold, yeah, but most other hands are raise calls actually. 4 deuce is a raise call, 3 deuce. It's just a 6 and a 7 deuce, they can't make straights between the two cards. Also very interesting. But again, I think we can shave off some of these hands here. What the charts would suggest is a raise call, because of rake and because of how opponents play. Although those charts are adjusted for rake, but still. I think this is not necessary to play all the hands that are being suggested there. And now we are at the odd state of affairs where PLO 50 has more, like double the players that PLO 10 has right now. We need PLO 20 to thrive in the weekend evenings until the site gets more traction. From what I hear, Phil Gelfand is very happy with how things are going all in all, except for the high stakes games. I get a tweet where he rated stuff X out of 10, 5 out of 10 being his expectations. And everything was above expectations except the high stakes traffic, so I'm happy for him. Also happy for me, for obvious reasons. But things seem to be going well enough indeed. With the top pair, the nut flush draw, supposed to be calling. It's always a pity in these spots when you have the king as well, so nobody else can have the second nut flush draw in the end. But we'll make do. And having 3 clubs, I think checking here is okay. Yeah, just checking behind. Could easily be beaten by Jack 9, Jack 7. He had a Jack hand, but not with a 9 and a 7. Very nice. But for us, I don't think he would have called again. It's a top pair and the queen kicker on that board. Doubt it. He could have gone for a check raise, actually, holding a 10. It's thin, but me checking the turn, it's something to consider in his shoes. It's unfortunate we won't be able to take it into battle in a splash pot where people go nuts. So let's watch. Let's watch what they all show up with, basically. You folded Earl? Wow, that's interesting. So you can 3-bet, has a 3-bet folding range, pre? Yeah, he's saying, oh my god as well, he can't believe it, I can't believe it. I know exactly what you mean, Eli. Random is reliving the goodness, the wholesome goodness that was our adventure with Derek 2 days ago when we battled very deep stacked. We've never been so deep stacked and stayed at the table. And we've never been so deep stacked without winning a splash either. It was a night of many firsts, including our biggest pots in terms of money and in terms of BB that wasn't a splashed one. I have a feeling this is close, and it's... Interesting board. It was small blind versus button again. I have the feeling that this is the spot I look up the most tonight. Watching you go crazy in that video is hysterical. I was at a complete loss for word. I had no reactions like prepared. He sits open with his mouth open in disbelief. I'm gonna try to take it away now. After I check it both. So that's the King Jack 7-9. A bad feeling about our... It's close. It's close, but it's a fold. I don't know. And I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, that was... I mean, he had every chance to fold there. On that board. It was sort of an optimistic call. I don't know, do you think the tanking made any difference? The long tanking? I wondered about that afterwards. Also, you don't hear the word penultimate a lot. Like what I usually heard was second to last. Yeah. Yeah, once it was that big, the bet sizing. I would have loved to be in there. But as you say, it's a splash pot, and as we all know, they show up with the weirdest hand, so we might want to have a little bit of a stronger hand. And other sites, other poker sites keep sending me emails with promotions. Like, we're having this, we're having that, and I couldn't care less. I'm sure some of them miss me. Actually, I'm positive some of them miss me. It's not like I paid that huge amount of rake, but I did pay some.
Initiating goodnight sequence. Dispersing appropriate dosage of compound 347. Initiating phase 1 of memory calibration.
So we lost one, then we tripled up. 89 binds in profit. Oh lord. Of course, to be fair, that includes 140 euros of the deposit bonus. So that needs to be mentioned there. Says some potential. I think I wanna isolate this. Wonder if it's horrible. I'll check it out after the hand is over. Let's go with it. It's unfortunate that this dude is also calling. Giving it some... We can't get any help at this point. But all our flushes were live, which was good news. Not sure what to think about that one. Yeah, you're right. You're just good at this, random. And this on table 4 right now, that was a little bit over a little bit trigger happy probably. But I'll check it out in a second. Could have easily just cold called and yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna raise. Having all the good stuff in the world in my hand. Yeah, and it was only suited to the jack, that's true. Gonna lead here now. Could have let a little smaller, having the flush draw as backup. Oof, really. I'm still gonna bet it. And what do you know? The nuts. Let me check that one out. We were in the like cutoff or MP, I think. No, we couldn't have been MP. We were in the cutoff. Wait, how did that go? No, I wasn't. No, I have to check that. We took it down obviously on table 2. I didn't see if he caught. Yeah, he did call. Neato. Makes up some damage from that one hand. Did I raise this first? How did this work? No, right. I was in the cutoff, right, and he was under the gun. Okay. Cutoff versus under the gun. It's just this. Actually, it's a call. Definitely not a raise. So a little bit trigger happy there. All in all, it's not like hugely horrible. It's by no means. It's not advised. But I've made worse plays. All in all. It could be that he put us on a second set. Yeah. Yeah, that's, yep. You have to take your time there. Agreed. Top 2 spade blocker, let's go for it. Probably could have bet larger, should have bet larger. Like 110, something like that. Yeah, you know what, you might be... I wouldn't be surprised if you're exactly right. You seem to be exactly right a whole lot of times. And could be very valid. What can he be raising us with here? Is he raising us with 7s? I doubt it. Let's call... Second, I'm probably gonna call again. Because now it's a lot of missed Broadway draws. We do take it down. Let's see what he had. Like, the way the hand went now, I would think he had like a great draw. King Jack 10, 4. Yeah. And he had no spade. No, he had spades. Spades to the 10. That's probably alright that we didn't raise. We would have been ahead, but not by much. Actually, hang on, he didn't have a wrap. He had a pair of kings and a gutter. Actually, he had two pair. He had King Jack, a gutter, which we shared. And just, we were pretty well ahead though, turns out. Yeah, there was a few moment. I went like, phew, good thing we won that. He's raising an under the gun razor or MP razor. Actually, no, he's not. Yeah, MP razor, never mind. Sorry, I tripped over myself there. I'll let it go. Just the short version. And I had the wrong table in focus, so I messed that one up. Sorry about that. Turns out there's sometimes a surprising amount of balls in the air with the streaming thing. And the manual, switching the tables manually. But I think on the whole, I do quite alright. Cold calling here seems fine. We can make straights. We can make a whole bunch of sets. We have a flush, draw. I think that's a decent spot to do it. Interesting to think about what we should do if we get raised. Very interesting. Rainbow, and we have a nearly complete wrap. Vector of flush draw. I have to fold it on the other board, on the Ace Jack 5 board. I want to get some money in here actually. Nice, that'll work too. And now we're back in action on 4 tables. Neato. Okay, flopping the second nuts is not bad. Oh, sorry. Think so, something like that, yeah. See if this is one of those spots where he keeps calling. Just being really passive with the nut flush. Let's bet and most likely bet fold. He's not gonna try to bluff us off with the naked ace of spades there. At this point with this stack sizes on the river. I think that went alright. I was gonna say we could have bet smaller, but that might have induced and then we would have been in a really shitty spot. I'm gonna re-raise in position. Check out that Oh, there, that hand. That hand. Now I'm with you, random. He raised the flop and we had ace king. Woof! The ace is making an appearance in the beautiful form of ace-ace 10-4 single suited to the ace and on the button to boot. And we take it down pre. This is never something to be mad about. Took down like 5 big blinds there. That's a decent win rate. Yeah, I was very suspicious of him having a set, but I had I mean, the sevens I don't really see him raising. At least not, you know, not always, not a fist pump raise. Apparently he had aces down here, I didn't even announce that. That's the gutter. Let's call for this bet size we can. Of course now we are not just checking, but a lot of good cards could have come off. Not only the queen, like any pairing card, like the 7, the 6 pairing, would have been more likely than not pretty decent. He's gonna have it here though, yep. King 10. Was a good bet. It's the perfect size to get us to call too. Anything much bigger and we would have folded. So good for Sawyer. Let's check out the hand he had exactly though. He had ace king 10, deuce, 3 clubs. Yeah, sure, why not, in the big blind. Not yet. I'm not getting anything. I have to wait until they enable the exporting. And I'm assuming by this time that Poker Tracker or Holder Manager will have an update to be able to read the hand histories. Not by checking here. Not folding. I have a pair on the board. I have the jacks. I have the flush draw. He checks. I'm guessing he probably doesn't have a queen. Not a bet rather big. It's kind of an unfortunate card. I don't know. I'll let you know what happens. Here I decided to re-raise. I think this is fine for a change. What's the note on him? Oh yeah, that's the guy with the 3-bet folding range. Right. Actually tempted here. Like, nah. We have 2 spades ourselves, so the chances he has just a busted flush draw there is a little bit lower. Yeah. Maybe it's... Yeah, you're right. Let's give him a green shirt. Yep. Yeah, just checking it through is fine. Actually, if he bets now, I'm half inclined to call there. Oh, Eli left. I was just about to dress him up. The rare APS equals 2 aces per song. I do dig it. Dig it something fierce. But Eli took his winnings. Sure, against with the sleepy guy in the small blind. Let's play this hand, preferably heads up against Earl. I think that is alright. And that's even more than alright, taking it down pre. Folding here, the side cards are just too low, have nothing to do with jacks. There's still people behind us still have to act. We have a whole bunch of blockers. The queen, the 9, blocking straight draws. No backdoors, but I'm still gonna call once, see what develops on the turn. We are in position. That is all sorts of helpful, actually. Good 8. That gives us a chance to get him out now. And here the 3-bet raise folding range, so he can fold. It's actually just bet half. Go for a big one on the river. We do have a gutter, which wouldn't be to the nuts, incidentally. And this makes it tougher. Now I'm not gonna... A, I have more showdown value. B, he's never folding another ace, and we're not beating too many of them. Definitely not beating that. And that's interesting. This dude, that is Earl. He's not gone crazy there. Checked when the scare card came. Yeah, well, thanks. Thanks. I'll keep an eye out. Yeah, check. This is pretty sweet. I'm gonna raise if somebody bets. Just gonna put it in. Here, I flop the nuts with a pair in my hand on the board. Just gonna pot it here, I think. Having no clubs. Blocking the straight just a little. Yep, sounds good to me. Pick it down there. Here, I flop the top pair, he checks. Take it down on table 1. Overcard turns, giving us a flush draw. Could very well have a queen. Let's check it. The king is decent, giving us the second nuts. So if he bets, we're not folding. If he checks, we're betting. Just a question of how big. Should we raise here? Nah, I don't think he's gonna call with like the 10 high flush here. Too often. Definitely won't call with this. Nice. Kind of curious that he bet then. This one I'm gonna raise. Raise fold, like if somebody comes over the top right away, I'm done. Jacob, yeah, he has edged into new territory, as you say. So there's no straights on board, we're blocking the... Really? I've seen people do this with sets, for sure. I think I have to go with this one. It's a pretty big pot already. Don't want to have any backdoor equity though. So if we're behind, we have a really tough time catching up here. The best thing is that we block the one club. I'm gonna let it go. Yeah, I'll sleep better for it once more. Once again. Gee, this might have been a fine lead here, to be honest. Blocking the nuts. Let's call once with top 2. See what he does. Against Jacob here. I'm on table 1 the hand just now. I mean, it is Jacob on the other hand. Woof. Pretty nice, pretty nice. So I'm curious to hear what you're gonna have to... I'm sure you're gonna... before I say this, I will already have put something in the chat about it, Random Chill, and I'm very curious to hear what it is. I've joined Jacob where he is. Not anymore. I went back to being tight aggressive. But yeah, I mean, I rarely, that's actually a dimension that needs to be added into my view and how I think about the hands when I'm in them. How people regard my avatar specifically. Like, yeah. It is quite impressive. I think it's still a little bit off. Or maybe I was just tight enough to deserve being the sleepy guy all the time the first 1.5 weeks. But I had the feeling that sometimes I played like enough hands to not be considered, what is it, very tight. So I had a feeling that maybe it's a little bit aggressive in its classification, at least for the tight dudes. Don't really have an opinion on all the other avatars. Interesting. Open-ender, and that is it. Let's check. I can top pair. Decent kicker. Let's bet fold. Sounds good to me. Take it down here. I'm gonna, like, he raised, we both called. Let's check it once more. I don't have a great kicker by any means. Plenty of kings out there potentially. And now we're dead. Though leading this one, representing the flush. I think it's thin, but I don't think it's completely unreasonable. Yeah, nice. I think that's obviously results-oriented thinking there, but nice enough. No, you're back with Dylan. Yep. I toned it down a notch. Yeah. Man, I can't tell you enough, or often enough, how much I appreciate you putting all that work into the chat. You're directly helping out my win rate here, man. And you're also directly saving me a whole bunch of time. It's just all kinds of neat. Yeah. Yeah, relying on runner, not even having a backdoor flush. Check folding here. Still folding, even though I've, he bets into like the whole table. No reason to be overly optimistic here. This is an interesting one. Well, we don't have any blockers, so to speak, except the ace. We do have the ace blocking the... Blocking the nut flush. I'm gonna let it go. This pot is gonna be too big. To get fancy. And if he has something really good, he might not fold. Like, imagine the turn being a club and us trying to represent the flush there. And if he has something good, he might not want to fold. Betting this now. Just because it's heads up and he didn't bet the flop. He probably doesn't have a flush draw. But we're gonna be leaving this table. Because it is heads up. Here, calling once with the complete, almost complete reps sounds good. Let's hope he doesn't bet too large on the turn. That's fine, we can definitely call that. Whew. Let's hope he has 10-9 and can do like a pure call thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. He acted very quickly. Actually, let me go through some hand histories that were shown down, and maybe I can get a beat on his play by seeing some hands he showed down. That's Jacob we're looking for. So on one hand a moment ago he raised King Queen 7-7. Under the gun. Let's watch this hand actually. King Queen 7-7, double suited though at least. Another hand he raises in middle position the King Jack 9-7, single suited in clubs to the Jack. See if you can find more. Here we can definitely call. In position, closing the action. In position is sweet. Not quite the board we're looking for. And it's all the two hands is all I can find where he showed it down. So the King 10-7-7 double suited under the gun and the Queen Jack 9-7 single suited to the Jack in the middle position. Oh Lord, I mean, I want to play against the Lord's son. I think after what we've done to him last time he was on Earth, he might have some beef with us. Might go a little bit crazy. That was a nice tweet. That was a nice tweet by Phil Gelfand there with the results-oriented thinking. That dude, he has I wouldn't have thought it, judging by his high-stakes poker appearance like 10 years ago where he hardly said a word. For like, I don't know how many episodes. But this man, he has a way with words. It's a splash pot, right? And I just completed. Yeah, okay, that all makes all kind of sense. So we flop a middle pair, we flop an open-ender. Backdoor flush draw. I think I want to call you once. And then reevaluate. No, obviously give up. I'll go back to the Jacob table. Maybe we can catch something. Also gonna keep the hand history thing open. Because we're bound to miss some hands. I'm definitely bound to miss some hands there, and then we can check out what he's doing. I'm not gonna try it here. He checked. We do have an 8 of hearts. Actually, I am. He checks this. No, often enough they then fold. You don't have to flush. Of course the ace is not ideal. The King Jack is now maybe calling. Hey! Yeah, the King Jack with hearts. Okay, fair enough. So I guess he was being cautious with his middle flush there. Let's put him in a yellow shirt for now. Indicating that he, is on the cautious side, might know what he's doing. We're in a hand with Jacob. This one we can call. Let's see how he bets. I mean, obviously we're not continuing in this hand. It's half pot, huh? Let's do this one a little bit differently. Let's raise and then give up. Could have all sorts of crap. He seems to be call happy. Okay. We flop a flush draw now and a gutter. And that makes things a little bit difficult now. C-betting was probably been the preferred option. Or betting again, I should say. Bet on the bigger end. It would make sense for me to play a king like this, and now having filled up. Definitely it would make sense. If you of course, we're not gonna lose any more money in this hand. And we might get a fold out of him. I don't think he has a king actually, really. Oh, good for you. We're gonna save some face. And take a note. Hmm. 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 I'm gonna take this, like, note the entire hand down. That was table 1 you said, right? Can we do anything here? Not with so many people behind us. We do have a nice hand coming up here. We were pretty card bad all in all, right? The last 10 minutes or something. Just 8 high rundown on the button, yep, okay. This one we're gonna raise. 8 high rundown, 8 high rundown. This one, right. Yeah, that's... in tournament, yeah, agreed. We can call position. Position is not gonna matter much with pot size here. Fair enough. He's gonna put it in. Yep. And we outflopped him. Yeah. That we did. Poor guy. He had the right hand. He had our spades covered too. He had us in pretty rough shape. But Shazam! And we'll take it. Right, but first I'm gonna copy that entire hand history into my dedicated hand history file to mull over later. Hey, hamster man, not is on fire. I'm still in bed. Where else would you be? Welcome back, hamster man. Now the chat is gonna be even more lively. That's very neat. I have to tell you, hamster man, Random Chill has been. His fingertips must be hurting. He's been putting a lot of very good stuff into the chat, like just giving me insights, helping me out left and right. Even observing tables when I was... Because I'm sure by now most of you know that I have a tough time with that, especially when I'm not in the hand. And yeah, he did an amazing job. Now you're here, the chat is going to be even more lively, and I am all for that. Makes me happy indeed. Gonna call you closing the action. It's not a great hand, but we are closing the action. We have a nice pocket pair, we have a flush draw. We have a gutter on a rainbow board, interesting. See, let's hope he doesn't bet too large. Let's hope he doesn't bet at all when we're talking about, you know, straight up hope. Let's see how we were doing. I thought we, you know, for a moment there, I was confused in my head. I thought we had lost like 7 buy-ins in the last minutes, but or half hour, whatever. But we haven't. I think I started with 613, yeah. So we're up. Can't do math. Jesus Christ. Man, I almost got it. This is so this is embarrassing. $87, $84. We're up 8 buy-ins. We're up 8 buy-ins. Oh, this is so embarrassing. Plays poker. Talks big about what he would do here and there and can't do basic math. And talks about him in the third person. Things are going downhill in the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Jesus Christ. But we are up 8 buy-ins. Gee, wow, wow. I thought we lost a bunch here. Position isn't great. Oh man. So definitely an interesting spot coming up here with the queen, the king, Jack 10, triple suited. Out of position, but who needs position when you flop top 2 and blockers? No real, no flush backup at all. Not in the form of having them ourselves or blocking them even. But the jacks might turn out to be helpful. So we're not folding no matter the bet size. This dude is deep. This is theoretically a card to... actually I will. To start up some shenanigans was my thinking, because we are holding the jacks. And let's start representing the nuts, and this way we hopefully, unless he re-raises, control the bet size here. And if a safe, if a river like this comes off, let's bet half here. He's not gonna come over the top with a 9-6. Nice. I realized too late that he could have the 9-6 in late position, like in like a rundown, you know. It's not stranger things have happened. It wouldn't be all that strange. Oh man. So another 25 minutes, then I'm gonna take a half an hour break. It's not gonna be quite half an hour, but I'm gonna walk the dog, make it a little bit longer walk, refresh, you know, my head. And let's host someone in the meantime. No, maybe grow the channel a little bit. Not gonna go mental in that direction. Not gonna have a brand manager for some time. If I do, then, you know, Hamsterman Random Chill, you're very welcome for the position. But no. We established that already. If that happens, you're free to kill me. But all bullshit talk aside, hosting someone else from, you know, outside of the Run It Once circle can't hurt. As we said earlier, some cross-pollination. This is an interesting board. Checking sounds good to me. Ah, Random Chill, having my back all the time. It's just, yeah, I think soon. 10 minutes. Thanks, man. So you decided to raise, it was one limper, one like power limper under the gun. Let's check here, hope for some goodness, and he keeps betting, huh? The sleepy dude. I think I'll let it go. I don't really see him betting smaller flushes. If he's bluffing, you know, it's fine to get bluffed. But he need not be. Very possible that we're just flat out beat.
You can be the stars for
Actually, let me check out on the side if the dude I was hosting earlier is still on. Never hurts to be prepared. He is not. Right, hang on. Here we're gonna race. And here I think it's a... He's not horrible. Let's check it out. Bluff raisin! Bluff raisin! Yeah. Here's an interesting one. Out of position, I think I'm gonna check this one. Also interesting board, but with the whole table involved, that's that. We're done. But I will check out that hand. 10-8, 7-6. Folding here. Seems okay. Looking for a tourney, as you should. You're crushing those, man. There's a 10-8, 7-6 under the gun. Single suited. I think it's alright, actually. From what I checked out in with 10-8, 7-6, it was right. Like these types of hands I checked out. 7-6, perfect, that's the only one. The only combination with a 10-8. The 7-6 is a raise call, that's perfectly fine. Good. Jesus Christ. Oh Lord. Against the cutoff, I think I'll let it go. Let's check out this, stick it to this table, see what Jacob is doing. We have an open-ender and a pair. Two flushes on board, which we're not blocking much. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. Tiny pot. And a pretty standard fold. Oops, I made a mistake there. That should have been a raise. Didn't look properly. Not a huge deal, but shouldn't have happened. It's a fine raise, one of the button. I feel. So we flop a pretty perfect wrap, actually. Do flop the perfect wrap. We have aces on the table and we get to put more money in. Swasant9, welcome back to the channel. How did your day go? Thanks for the good luck. I'm about to go on break fairly soon. But I'm curious, how did your day go? I didn't feel like bluffing here on table 1. Let's watch what happens here. Okay, let's call. Decent other deuce. An awkward card at the stack size. Not sure we can make any use of the ace of hearts here. I'm gonna let it go and focus my attention on the other aces. APS 2. Yeah, late raking your way into the money. That's the only way to go. And with the gutter here, this is a much nicer board for our aces. A backdoor flush as well this time. Of course it has to be PLO. That is not a question. Closing the action, I think this is okay. Oof, what a board. Hopefully it's nice for someone. Folding down here the rainbow ace is really crappy. Has to be standard. No hands anywhere right now. Oh, that's a German channel, that's very unfortunate. Raising the A7-7 deuce double suited is certainly okay. Like c-bet once and then a little smaller and then give up. You get raised, that's fair. You want a 500 BB splash? Right on, dude, right on, congratulations. That is awesome to hear. Plus 250 for the day? Like euros? What stakes are you playing again? Ask it in the... Wow, very nice. Very nice indeed. The APS is aces per song. Ha! I was faster. I was faster. Okay, some spots here. I have a gutter on table 3 down here. It's not going to be very helpful. No backdoors, no blockers. See what happens here. Get 10, 10, 10, 10. Are you gonna play the ultimate straight blockers? I don't know. Okay, there we are in some spots. Hang on. This one I'm going to re-raise, having all the Broadway cards. Doesn't sound horrible to me. Here, this is how the hand developed, and we have to let go. This is decent, of course, flopping top 2, blocking the Broadway, having one spade in our hand. Blocking the Broadway, or straight twice, with the ace and the 9. Let's go. Thinking about the turn bet sizing here. If he calls, not much I can bet then. And the same is going to be true for this one. It's pretty much exactly the same spot. Except that we are squeezing here now, of course. I'm noticing we are deep against these guys. Makes a difference because we are out of position for the rest of the hand. The rainbow board, I am gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna continue here. Get one fold, which is awesome. I mean, you have a gutter and we squeezed, so we're representing, you know, the overcards here. Let's go with it again. There's not many threes he can have. There's not many sets he can have, right? He calls. This is of course horrible. No, I'm just gonna shut it down. Loaded this pot way up, but I think it had a shot at working. Not sure if it had a decent shot at working. See what he shows up with, or if he even bets, then you know we were just betting into a monster there. Taking this down is gonna be so funny. The 4-6-5. Yeah, I didn't have the heart and the commitment there. That was the... Could have taken it away. Oh my god, he's saying. Oh well. Fair enough. One of them is allowed. But I thought it was reasonable-ish. Thank you. Okay. If that's how you want to play it, my friend. The thank you there, huh? The cheeky thank you. You see what that gets ya. Get aces on table 2, which is awesome. Kings on... Sorry about that. We're gonna call with a pretty crappy ace, but the cards do work well together. We are suited. And hang on, stuff's gone all over. And that's a splash pot, which is why. So here we flop very nicely. Of course, being the pre-flop raiser as well. Here with the gutter and blockers. Here on table 3 with the kings, I'm just gonna check. Here I'm gonna continue betting. Table 1 I have to fold. Table 4, of course, I'm gonna keep betting here. We make the nuts on table 3, the nut straight. Here I'm gonna have to check. Took it down on the turn on table 4 with the full house. And we do take it down up here on table 2, which is awesome. Here I'm gonna lead now. Trying to go for the check raise. Having all the kings, I don't think he's gonna bet. As in, it's unlikely that he has the same straight. Or any straight. Bad card, bad card. Well, most of the Broadway cards. You know, who's counting? We established that I'm not. At least not well. I have to let this one go, unfortunately. Having... Yeah, we could easily be... Very easily just be dead here. And fair enough. Oh, we do get a very decent splash now here. Not a splash, a splash. Yeah. Agreed. He's very... let's see. I'm gonna call this. It's a little bit on the very loose side, but I don't think it's completely unreasonable. Of course, if it goes all in, then this time we have to fold here. This is not the droids we're looking for. Let's see if if these are the droids he was looking for. But it's just such a huge hand. People play very loose. We can flop decently well with this hand. They're nicely connected. We're suited to the jack. All that jazz. I think it's okay to do that. We won quite a few big pots like this. And you're right, the hamster man is telling it like it is. In this case, don't pull out would have been the move. Just go as you say, balls deep. I'm gonna leave this one alone, random shell. Okay, one of the button, this is definitely a raise, and the raise folded that. Same was true here on table 2. Of course we flop horribly. Signal, let it go. I was curious what the APW was. If it's a new metric that I that I should know. Raise folding here. Not gonna go crazy. Yep, that's what I'll do too. Right, folding here. Against the small blind raise, this I'm re-raising in position. And that's okay. We have the King of Diamonds, we have a gutter, we have all the blockers to the Broadway, we do take it down. Thanks. Thanks, random. 2 nice takedowns. It's not, yeah. I thought so too, I decided to fold. He probably has to flush there. Marcus no reads yet, huh? On the button, raising this all day long. Raise folding at that. We do take it down, pretty sweet. Yeah, it was huge. So I wanted to. Of course I would have folded to a re-raise there. This was a little bit too disconnected to go all in. You might be right. Might be right. But we certainly had our fair fill of the huge splashes, so we shall not complain. Well, it's true. It's been a while since we had the 25 BB splash. I have the ace king king 7 here. Sing a Zulu to the king is certainly a good start on the button. Took it down with the king's there, as you saw, re-raising here as well. Jan, just 1 second. Things are happening all over. Definitely c-betting here. Gonna check this. And where is he? Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. We're gonna give him the bad news. If he has queens, you know, that's fair. But it's much more likely he has 8-7, queen 8, 10-8 even. And yeah, If we lose it, we lose it, and I'm not gonna be mad. It's not gonna influence how we play in the future after the break. All good. Right. Oh, you're not using the software today, huh? That's a pity. So you did all of this by hand this time, really, huh? So I wasn't joking earlier. Right. So, let's cross-pollinate a little bit. If we, as we said earlier, I'm gonna go on my break. It's gonna be at the longest for half an hour, and let's host a fellow tournament player from Salt Lake City, Utah. Main event Cassius. He came 7th in the main event. 14 and 13. Oh, World Series of Online Poker. Still, wow. So not the main event, but Jesus. So let's give him a watch. And in half an hour, I'll be back. So I'll just close the tables, and I'll host him once the the delay and the stream ran out. I walk the dog. I go for a longer doggy walk. Clear my head a little. Make some tea. I think that all sounds very much alright. And let's see how much damage we've done. We've certainly done some. What's the final tally right now? We lost a little bit. We lost like 1 bind. So we're up almost 7. Get some aces here for the last hand on table 4. We get raised here. And this I want to call, I mean here. Oh, fair enough, we're not going to lose any more money here. No. Not gonna take it down with the aces, by the way. I'm not gonna go crazy here. Still gonna check it down still. Every once in a while we split it. Nope, not this time. Alright, I'll see you guys in half an hour. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you soon if you want. Take care for now. Be back soon.